Going on, my beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode on Say It With Me, the Golden Gems. What is he? Podcast. Yes, you here with the one and only your host, Relly. And hey, man, how y'all doing today, man? How are my beautiful people doing? Hey, I hope you blessed out here, and I hope you staying, on your grind, out the way. And hey, God is good. But first, before we get into this video, I want you to go ahead, hey, send this to your mama, your daddy, your best friend, friend of another friend, baby sister, little cousin, little Johnny, Ian, hey, Ian, little Timmy. Send this to everybody. All right. And hey, make sure you stay tuned. Did you read the title? Today is NBA and NFL. What NFL, NBA, whichever you want first, you tell me. But hey, we got the NFL and NBA coming. Sports talk with Relly today. And before we really get into it, man, like I said, make sure you send this to everybody. Make sure you sharing these gems, man. You can't keep on keeping all these gems to yourself, man. Stop doing it. All right, it's disrespectful. All right, hey, you gotta go ahead. Hey, each one teach one. That's the motto, right? Have you heard that before? Come on now, stop playing. All right, hey, man. But without further ado, like I said, just go ahead. Hey, help your boy out. Hit that subscribe button. Yes, you see how I know you be playing. You can be watching these videos for free. Hey, at least show me a little love. Hit the button, man. Or hit the show notes, whichever you prefer. But, hey, I really appreciate you, man. Before I go ahead and get into it, I just got to go ahead and touch base with y'all, man. How y'all doing? Are you well? Is life good? How your parents doing? How your mama doing? How your sisters? How your family? Is everybody good? Seriously, comment down below. Hey, just give me a thumbs up or just say, hey, I'm good. Hey, go ahead, hit the comments. Or, hey, hit the live show notes. Go ahead. Hey, show your boy some love now. Hey, interact with your boy. You understand me? All right. So anyway, man, I'm live right now, man, because at the end of the day, man, I just want to go ahead and, show y'all, hey, that the Golden Gems podcast is here and it's here for real. You understand me? Like we are really coming at all phases. We are hitting this thing at all angles, and it is time to really take this thing to the next level. I am prepared and I'm gearing up for a lot of new things here on my podcast. We have a lot of new interviews dropping here soon, like with a lot of different people that I may haven't seen, or you may see their products and you don't know where the products are coming from, or maybe you have came across some of their artwork, or maybe you came across some of the music. Hey, I'm giving you hints to the people I'm gonna have on here. You're peeping the hints, but seriously though, I'm just saying, like, your boy is about to pull through on what he's been saying. I know you've been tuning in to the Golden Gems podcast for gems about how you can create generational wealth and how you can take yourself to the next level. And the people I have on here, man, they here to push that conversation forward, and they here for you and for you to go ahead, get some gems and use them in your own personal life. Man, like, it's been so special for me to go on this journey with y'all. And I'm telling you, I'm really gearing up to give y'all everything that you want. The merchandise is coming. All right. The interviews is coming. The weekly segments, even more, are coming. All right. So, hey, I'm working behind the scenes, and I just want to tell y'all, my people, be patient. All right. But we coming. You understand me? And hey, episode dropping this Friday. Hey, it's Women's History Month. And for the first time ever, hey, your boy might have a couple ladies hopping on here on a podcast. I can't really say too much more. I don't want to say too much more. But hey, there you go. Hey, if you can hear me, you understand. Hey, stay tuned for Friday. Dropping this Friday. Yes, new episode dropping this Friday. Stay tuned. Yeah. But anyway, sports talk with Relly. I know. Hey, I know. Hey, I'm gonna put in the description too. Just skip the 4-minute mark so that way you can go ahead and get to these sports. All right. But hey, you should be here to go ahead and listen about what's going on the podcast anyway. So, hey, I appreciate you listening. But without further ado, man, let's go ahead and hop into my first topic, man. Justin Fields. You know we was going to touch on that boy. And these Chicago Bears, what the hell are y'all doing? What the hell y'all going on in Chicago, boy? Hey, I don't know what's going on in Chicago. I don't know why they signed all these old-ass players. I don't know why they trading all their young players. And I don't know why they trying to rebuild when they really don't have to. Like, let's break the Chicago Bears down right now. Let's break them all the way down to the bare bones. Listen to me. Listen to me clearly. The Chicago Bears, you had a quarterback in Justin Fields who was really in his third year starting, about to go into his fourth. So this year was going to be the year that you really see if you really like that, if he can really put it together with the pieces that you surround him with. The pieces, yes. Once again, pieces, not a piece, not a little piece, not a one piece. I'm talking about pieces, plural, multiple. You understand me? In the Bears, you did not give Justin Fields no pieces, but yet you want him to provide. Yes, you want him to do for you. Yet you want him to do everything under the sun for you, but yet you ain't bringing nothing to the table. You ain't giving him none. You ain't even helping him out. You ain't even bringing him a knife or a fork to cut the cake. Hey, Chicago, what you doing? Hey, all I'm saying is, if you would have gave Justin Fields a little help, if we would have gave him more than DJ Moore, more than just one wide receiver, more than just one runner, if you would have gave him an offensive line, if you would have gave him a solid, I'm just saying, man, I like Justin Fields, but I want what's good for me, not what's good to me. Hey, I'm just saying now. Hey, Justin Fields, you was good. Yeah, I like you, but maybe he was just the writing on the wall. The Bears traded him away for a bag of Skittles, some Takis, and some hot Cheetos. I was going to say hot chips, but hot Cheetos, hot chips, same-ish. You understand what I'm saying, though. The Bears could have really built with Justin Fields, man. They just acquired Keenan Allen from the San Diego Chargers, $19 million contract. Something that they can handle because they got the cap room. Justin Fields is entering a contract year where he could have potentially got like a $25 million deal this year for him just playing on his player option, which is in his contract. So they don't have to extend him. They didn't have to give him no money this year besides the $25 million. Quarterbacks this year, quarterbacks in the NFL right now about to be going for $50 million or plus. Some of these quarterbacks at the bare minimum, most of them making 40 M's a year. You getting Justin Fields at a discount. You saving cap room for the future. You give him one more year to see what he can do with really surrounding him with pieces. You give yourself room down the line. Yeah, Caleb Williams might be a once in a generational talent, but we didn't see first round draft picks fizzle out. We didn't see some of these boys who highly touted come in the NFL and not be him. We didn't see boys lie. You feel me? Sometimes that tape do lie in colleges. Sometimes, hey, you're going to pay for it in the end. And I feel like the Bears are going to pay for this decision. You traded Justin Fields away to the Steelers for a 2026 pick. 2024. No, it was a 2025 pick. You traded Justin Fields away for a 2025 pick. And really? For what? You could have kept Justin Fields. You could have kept Justin Fields, still even drafted Caleb Williams. Just let Caleb Williams sit. See if Justin Fields really like that. Or with Caleb Williams, you took him number one. Say if Justin Fields really is like that. Say if Caleb Williams didn't even see the field his first year. That's okay. You still can trade him away for something, a nice pretty penny at the end of the year. If you would have kept him. But I understand what the Bears are doing. No, I don't. I'm lying. I don't know what the F they're doing, if I'm being honest. Like, think about it. Chicago, you had everything. You had literally everything in your hands. You had the number one pick. You could have held on to the number one pick until the draft. And you could have just said, okay, who's going to give me the most for him? It's crunch time. Now, some teams would have panicked. Some teams would have gave you damn near a second round, a first rounder, just cause for Justin Fields and for that first round pick. If you would have wanted to sell it. But you got multiple picks in the first round. You could have just kept. If you really want Caleb Williams, I bet take Caleb Williams. That's fine. But trade away the ninth pick. Do it like what is the strategy here? I don't understand it. With the Bears, you're building a roster for a rookie quarterback who's unproven and who is going to have woes in this league. Is going to have growing pains in this league. So instead of going 8-5 next year with Justin Fields, you're going 8-5 next year with a almost $40 million quarterback. with $40 million guaranteed on that rookie deal coming into the league. So you're spending more money. You're taking more risk because he hasn't played an NFL game yet. He's just highly touted. He just has a lot of hype around him. I want to see it for myself. I want to see if it's really real. I want to see him do his thing. Hey, Caleb Williams, I'm not counting you out by any means. I'm just saying, Chicago, what the hell are you doing? At the end of the day, at least hold on to Justin Fields because you already held on to him to the end. You already didn't trade him when the market was fresh, when the Steelers still needed a quarterback, which they obviously still took Justin Fields, but they really probably would have gave you a little bit more for him, maybe. Or you could have traded him to the Raiders, or you could have seen if the Patriots was interested, or you could have gave him to Atlanta, because I know Atlanta probably called that phone. I'm just saying, the Bears had a lot of options, but I'm not understanding what or why they did what they did. Because instead of, maybe I said 8-5, that's not even realistic. 7-9. If instead of going 7-9 with Justin Fields, a 7-9 with 7-9 with Justin Fields. That's pretty much what I'm saying. I'm right. 7-9 with Justin Fields. You're gonna choose to go maybe 6-9, 7-9 with Caleb Williams. I don't see Caleb Williams coming in and taking the Bears to the playoffs. I don't see Caleb Williams coming in and taking the Bears to the Super Bowl. Justin Fields, I didn't really see it either, but at least we could have made it to the playoffs. You got Keenan Allen. You got DJ Moore. Maybe you would have drafted Marvin Harrison Jr., who's the best wide receiver in the draft we've seen in maybe a couple of decades. I'm just saying. Chicago, we going to build that offensive line? We going to build that defensive line? I'm just saying. You let me know. Hey, can I get a Bears fan right now? Make it make sense down in my comments. Please make it make sense to me because I'm here. I might have lost for words. So, hey, my Bears fans, chime down below. All right, we're going to move on from this topic before I go on here. Hey, your boy finna get heated, but I'm trying to tame myself. I'm trying to be cool. All right, I don't want to talk about these Bears no more, so let's move on. Aaron Donald. Hey, we touching on you now, player. Aaron Donald, one of the best defensive players of my generation. One of the best, if not, no. He ain't the best. LT, Lawrence Taylor, watch his highlights. He was like that. He was him. But Aaron Donald, top 5 NFL player of all time? I mean, stats might say so. Rookie of the year. Defensive player of the year 3 times. 10-time Pro Bowler. 8-time first team All-Pro. The stats say he's a Hall of Famer. The stats say he might be the best of this generation. The stats say that man's maybe top 10 of all time defensive players. I don't know about top 5 because I got a lot of people in my top 5 for defensive players of all time. But he's in that conversation. 3 defensive players of the year. 10 Pro Bowls. 8-time first team. That means he probably ain't make it the first team probably his first couple of years. The first 2 years in the league, but he made it 8 years straight after that. Aaron Donald was him. Aaron Donald was like that. One of the best defensive players in that generation. Hey, Aaron Donald, enjoy your retirement. I know you retired maybe a little prematurely. Aaron Donald, I know that maybe you didn't really want to leave. I understand this, Aaron. But you got to understand that you have done enough in this league to where you can ride off into that sunset and you ain't got to look back. You will be a Hall of Famer. You have had one of the best careers that we've ever seen in this generation for a defensive player. You did set that standard. And at the end of the day, the fucking Los Angeles Rams ain't god dang doing nothing. Ain't going nowhere. I'm just being blunt. I'm just saying it verbatim. And yes, I'm sorry. I had to just be honest with y'all. The Rams ain't doing nothing. I ain't gonna lie. Matthew Stafford finna be on his way out the door. That defense needs some repairing. That offense, you only got one weapon. Barely. Because he been injured. He been not that boy since that one season. Since he got paid. You know what I'm talking about? Cooper Kupp. You remember him? I remember him. He's still him. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, you know, the NFL, what have you done for me lately? Last time I heard, I can tell you the last time the Rams was really doing damage. They won a Super Bowl a couple years ago, but it's been pretty quiet since then, boy. Sean McVay, what you doing? I'm just saying. Aaron Donald, you have nothing to hang your head about. You have nothing to feel sorry for. You left everything on that field, and you did your goddamn thing. So, hey, thank you for showing this generation what a player who works his ass off, a player who shows up, a player who works and doesn't make no excuses, and a player who just goes out there and is that dog. You demanded double team after double team after double team every game. Game plans were made, literally, all because of you. So, hey, kudos to you, my guy. Enjoy retirement, man. Enjoy retirement. But, hey, you know something. Today we ain't talking about the Cowboys. That's what you want to know. Yeah, I know you thought we were going to talk about the Cowboys for the next NFL segment. I know you was waiting on it. I know. But we ain't gonna do that today. Nah, seriously, we ain't gonna talk about the Cowboys. Y'all thought we really was. No, I'm not finna talk about the Cowboys. Don't ask me to. I'm really not. NFL weekly. Guess what? Is that all I got for y'all? Just talking about Justin Fields and Aaron Donald? Do y'all want to talk about something else? No? Yeah, that's all I got for you. So, NFL Weekly is short this week. All right. And also, do y'all want to talk about this? Okay. I think y'all might want to. Yeah, you want to? I mean, it's not a hot topic. It's not really a crazy topic, but the Saints did sign former number 2 overall pick Chase Young. They ain't signed him to like a contract. They ain't signed him to like a big deal, but you know, he got signed. I've been covering the free agent signings, and Chase Young was very touted coming out of Ohio State. And he is a defensive player, such as Aaron Donald, and he hopes to one day be like an Aaron Donald in the NFL. So I guess we can touch on him. Chase Young, he did his thing for the Redskins. I thought he was going to go to maybe a contender. He signed for a 1 year, $13 million fully guaranteed deal. So a prove a year deal, but you get $13 million guaranteed. That's not bad. At the end of the day, it's most defensive players that's really not even getting that. And for him, he's had a couple up and down seasons, but once again, he was a number 2 overall pick. And then once again, he showed flashes in while he was playing for the Redskins that he can be dominant. He can be really good. So I want to see how this plays out. Chase Young, I'm happy you got your money at the end of the day. I'm happy you got paid, and you deserve it. But we're going to see what you do with the Saints. The Saints, I don't see them doing ish at all this year, next year, the year after that, the year after that, the year after that, the year. The Saints ain't going nowhere. So I was hoping he maybe would have went to maybe the Jets. Maybe he would have signed with the goddamn Chiefs. Maybe you signing with the Bengals. You know, sign with a contender, man. Sign with somebody or a team where you know at the end of the day you can do some damage. You can make some noise. You can really make yourself a name in the NFL besides a name who, you know, just did his thing in college. Yeah, you like that. Don't get me wrong. You got the stats. You feel me? You do a couple numbers there now and again. Chase Young, but I'm just saying. But anyway, moving on, man, because I really didn't even want to touch on Chase Young. But like I said, I've been covering the NFL free agency, and I just wanted to touch on that. It was a quick topic. He got $13 million fully guaranteed. I thought that was pretty cool. But you don't really see a lot of guaranteed money floating around for defensive players in the NFL, but for some defensive line players, unless you really him, unless you're Aaron Donald, if I'm being honest. All right. But anyway, let's move on, man. I know y'all read that title. Y'all ready for this NBA talk? But before we touch on the NBA, you know we got to talk about a little college, but we ain't talking about college football. We talking about college basketball. And we ain't talking about any player. We talking about that boy, the second to the chosen one, Bronny James. Yes, come to the table, my guy. Bronny James. Hey, I hear you trying to come out to the NBA. I hear that you might be trying to make that move to the big boys. You feel me? To the league. You feel me? To go play with Pops. Maybe one day. I can see Bronny James coming out because he played. If you don't know, Bronny James is the son of LeBron James. Let me give you a little background. Bronny James is also a player at USC. So he plays for the Trojans, out in California. Bronny James also averaged only 4 points this year. He almost averaged 3 rebounds a game, but he was averaged 2.8, and then he averaged about 2 assists as well. Bronny James, like I said, he's the son of LeBron James. That's pretty much all I have to say. He's the son of LeBron James. I mean, he's a solid player. He was a McDonald's All-American. Can't take that away from him. He did do his thing in that All-American game as well. He did have not really an offseason because he had some heart problems and he almost collapsed and lost his life while playing basketball on the court. And he had that checked out and he obviously got cleared. So obviously he didn't really have the best offseason. And this season for the USC Trojans, everybody had them really doing damage this year. They didn't even make it to the NCAA. They didn't even make it to the NCAA tournament. You understand me? So March Madness, pretty much, they ain't make it. And with that, it's interesting because, man, I'm telling you, like, he was really expected to do maybe a little bit more this year. And I was hoping to at least see some flashes of, yeah, he NBA ready. Yeah, he can do some things. He can shoot. He is a shooter now. And he has a little bit of that grit and that dog in him on the defensive side of the ball. I said on the defensive side of the ball, but basketball terms, you feel me? So he can play some goddamn defense on the court, you feel me? Pretty much. So with saying all that, it's like saying like, okay, so if you come out or if you stay in college, it kind of would be beneficial for you to maybe stay, but it also would be beneficial for you to maybe come to the NBA. Like literally, it's like a 50-50 situation. Because if you go back to college, yeah, you can maybe have a solid year. You can maybe put up numbers, put up 14, 15, but you're not going to put up 20. Bronny James isn't going to be the player to put up 20, 30 a game. I don't really see that in his forte. He's more of he's a shooting guard, obviously. And with being a shooting guard, you can't really create too many shots on your own yet. At least I haven't seen it out of Bronny James. We haven't really seen him in that form to where I can see him really going out here on the NBA floor and really doing damage, if I'm being honest. But that's not saying he can't do it. That's not saying he's not about it. That's not saying he ain't got it in him. I'm just saying I haven't seen it. So with that being said, once again, he didn't have a solid offseason. He had some heart issues. He didn't really get thrust into the starting lineup a lot. This year was kind of up and down. So he hasn't really had his opportunity. But if you go back to college, this is what you're going to get. You're going to play with the same age group. You're going to maybe not really, score that much or not really change that much in the projections of where you're drafted. At the end of the day, Bronny James is going to get drafted. Whether it's the last pick in the draft, Bronny James is going to get drafted. Even if the Lakers just want to take him with the one pick they got to make LeBron happy, they're going to do that. If I got LeBron on my team and he want to play with his son, and if I can keep him for a couple more years, still keep people coming in them stands, people going to still come in the stands. That's still LeBron James at the end of the day. That's still one of the GOATs of the league. You feel me? That's still box office. He is still box office. So if I want to keep him around for the next few years, keep that money coming in, if I'm thinking business-wise, why not take Bronny James? People really going to come in the goddamn stands then. People really going to come to see that shit. People really going to talk about the Lakers then. Hey, I see dollar signs. You understand me? Money Manziel, can you say, hey, can you say money? I see money for the Lakers if they choose to do that. Or if I'm another team, shit, hey, I'll draft your son. So Bronny's going to get drafted one way or another. Because if I draft your son, guess what? LeBron might end up I got your son on a contract for a couple years. LeBron, you got to come over here. You got to come see me to play with your son. You see? See how that would work? It can get real spicy out here in the NBA now with Bronny James. I'm just saying, there's a lot of narratives out there that you have to put into play. And a lot of things that you have to put into play when it comes to him potentially coming out, him potentially staying in college, and what he's ultimately going to do, because he can do either or. But I feel like for his basketball game, him going back to college is not going to help him. Just put him in the NBA, let him play in the D League, or let him just sit on the bench, but let him get that practice in and repetitions. Let him just be a practice player. And then when he's ready, when he's groomed from his father, when he's groomed with playing a couple games in the NBA, practicing in the NBA every day instead of waiting to college. Yeah, he's only 18, 19. Bro, let these NBA players develop. People don't let players develop into what they can become. That was my gripe with the Bears. Sometimes you got to let things develop. Sometimes you got to be a little patient. All right. Sometimes, hey, people might not be great until they fourth or fifth year in the league. That's when they're going to take off. That's when they're going into their prime. That's when they're going to start really making a name for themselves. Start really making a splash. Maybe the third year in the league. Maybe they just show flashes for the first 2 years. Who knows? Every player is different. Everybody is different. None of us are the same. That's how life is. But I don't know. All I'm saying is, Bronny James, hey, player, you come out, I wouldn't be mad at you. You stay, I wouldn't be mad at you. Do what's best for you. And LeBron, hey, I know you're going to set your son up for success regardless. But, hey, don't let these teams play with you now. They might try to hold your son for ransom and get you over there now. So, LeBron, you better watch out. But, hey, if I'm the Lakers, yeah, I know you probably pick like 39th or something. You got one pick. You better pick Bronny if he does come out this year. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Want to keep Brown happy? Hey, you do what you got to do. Want to keep that money coming in? You do what you got to do. You understand me? Anyway, so moving on, man. Moving on. Next topic. Let's go on here, talk about these NBA playoffs right around the corner. Yes, the NBA. The playoffs are almost here. You know your boy ain't ready to tune all the way in. When I say all the way in, I mean all the way in. I'm trying to tune all the way in. All right, the NBA playoffs are right around the corner. All these teams have about 13 or 14 games left. It's really about to get serious out here in these streets. You feel me? And I'm really excited to see how these standings shake up in the East and how these standings shake up in the West at the end of the day. Because if I'm being honest with you, it gets more crazier every single day because one day one team want to win, one day one team want to lose, one day one team, want to stay in the same position. And in the West, if you really look at it, all these teams are like neck and neck and neck and neck. If I rattle you off, so listen to here, because I want to make sure I get it correct. Other than the 6th seed, so 7th seed and down, so 7th seed all the way to the 10th seed. All right, listen to me. 7th seed all the way to the 10th seed. You have Dallas 40-29. You have Phoenix 39-29. You have LA 37-32, and you have Golden State 35-32. So pretty much, I think that's what the bottom half of the playoffs picture is going to look like in the West. And then, of course, at the top, you got OKC sitting at number 1, Minnesota sitting at number 2 still. You got Denver at number 3. Yeah, I think they've been at number 3. Them and Minnesota has been swapping for that number 2. And actually, all 3 of these teams have been swapping. OKC, they continue to win, they continue to dominate, and they're actually leading like the league. Like them young gunners, they might be coming for some ish this year. I would not, if I'm any team in the West right now, I don't want to see OKC. The only team that maybe want to see OKC, I think the Nuggets will want to see OKC, but they ain't gonna see them because they're literally for 1, 2, 3 seed. So there's no way that they'll play them. But if I'm any of these bottom teams like Phoenix, like Golden State, like goddamn who else is at the bottom? Dallas. Like, I don't want to see no young guns. I don't want to see Minnesota. I don't want to see OKC, especially if I'm an older team, because them young guns, they hungry. At the end of the day, this is what I was talking about on my last sports talk when I had Big Cheese on here. I was telling him, bruh, these young gunners, I want them to come into the league and start to take over. I want them to go ahead and start to show the league, this next generation, that, hey, we here and we've arrived. I'm a name that you should know. I'm a name that you should be reckoned with for the next decade. I am here. And that's what I want these NBA players to start to do. And even in the NFL, I'll need some more players to really come out and assert themselves. Yes, you got to sprinkle a field. You got a few of them sprinkled in, but you ain't got them players, man. I mean, like, you don't got them Charles Barkleys everywhere. You don't got them goddamn Elijah Wands. You don't got them Kareems. You don't got them star studders. You feel me? You don't got them players who really like that, but that's gonna challenge you for NBA title too, or that's gonna challenge you for NFL championship every year. Like, it's not really those players in this generation, besides maybe a handful of names, or besides the players that's been here for 10 decades plus already. You feel me? Like, I said 10 decades plus, or been here for a decade plus already. So been here for like basically 10 years or more, or damn near 8 years or more. Like I need some of these other players to step up. Giannis is here. LeBron is there. Curry is there. Kyrie, those are NBA champions. They've already arrived. Who is these young gunners? Who is going to arrive? Who is going to put on that hat? Who is going to say, hey, we here and we here to stay? I just want to see it. And I think one of these young gunners out the West, they're going to prove it this year. Either the Minnesota, OKC, I even throw the Kings, Sacramento in that mix. Sacramento, I wouldn't want to see Sacramento either. Sacramento like that. Hey, Darren Fox just put up 44 on the Lakers the other night. Hey, SO to Kobe. I know you were sick about that. SO to the GOAT. SO. Hold on, what? I gotta get it right. SO. Hold on, wait. There you go. SO to the GOAT. I got it close enough. SO to the GOAT, though. Hey, y'all know I got a little fun on here. But yeah, SO to the GOAT, man. But regardless, man, like I was saying, like I just need somebody to really take the NBA by storm and really do y'all thing. I just want to see y'all really do y'all thing out here in these streets. You feel me? All right. But without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's get into my last topic of the day. All right. Actually, like I was saying before I hop off the NBA real quick. The NBA, in the NBA specifically, you have 13 or 14 games left before your boy Relly is locked in. You understand me? We're gonna be talking about the NBA weekly. We still gonna be talking about the NFL offseason. Y'all know how we do over here. You feel me? I'm still gonna be giving you these sports talks. You understand me? But I'm just letting y'all know, hey, the NBA is heating up. So make sure y'all get your popcorn ready. Because I'm telling you, it's gonna get spooky this year. I'm gonna give y'all my predictions here soon. All right, now. All right. Just stay patient with your boy. All right. Now moving on. All right. So one last topic that I wanted to touch on, man. All right. This has nothing to do with sports. This is actually life talk with Relly. Dun, dun, dun. So yes, life talk with Relly, man. You know I got to go ahead and get y'all some gems before I get up out of here. At the end of the day, man, like I said, I have a lot going on, man. I have a ton going on. And I related to this one individual recently who went on a podcast and he was talking about how, he can't really afford to, be all in a relationship, or he can't really afford to, really put his focus on something else because he's so focused, he's so driven, and he's so determined and ready to go down his journey of life. And to attain what he wants in his life, he has to have extreme focus. He has to have extreme concentration on his goal and where he's headed. And that was Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan had a statement to where he said that he was basically, feeling lonely on his pursuit to success. Like, of course, you want a relationship. Of course, you want to be there with somebody. Of course, you want somebody to come along with you for the ride and on the journey. But at the end of the day, sometimes you can't give that person or that person that you really want to be with, like you can't give them everything. You can't give them everything. You can't give them everything they need. Not everything you need, everything they need. You can't. At the end of the day, on that pursuit to your greatness, on that pursuit to that goal, you have to really either be a hell of a juggler or a hell of a multitasker, or you're going to have to sacrifice something. Sometimes, man, your relationship is what you sacrifice. Your happiness is what you sacrifice in order for you to be successful sometimes. Trust me, I've been there. With football, I've done it. In my life right now, I'm doing it. Like, I've just had a long-ass day. So much going on. But guess what? I'm here with y'all now. Getting it done. Getting it in. Regardless if I got 1 viewer, 2 viewers, it don't make a difference to me. I'm still going to hop on here. Because I can care less. I'm grinding. I'm working. In my eyes, I'm progressing. In my eyes, I'm getting towards somewhere. In my eyes, I'm going to make it. In my eyes, I am putting one foot in front of the other. And I'm for damn certain going to get everything I want. Because I'm just going after it. If I shoot for the stars, I guarantee you, I'm going to land on a cloud. I'm going to land in a tree. I might even land, goddamn it, on a mailbox. But I guarantee you, I ain't going to goddamn be on no ground. I ain't going to be on the floor at all. I'm going to have my 2 feet above ground levitating somewhere. What I mean about shooting for the stars, you got to go for your goals, man. You can't let nobody hold you back. You can't let no naysayers stop you from going after what you really want. You got to do your damnedest to get what you say you want. Mean what you say, do what you mean, and go get what you really deserve in this life. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be successful. You deserve to have every single thing that you can dream of in this life. You deserve those things, and you deserve it because you have it within you to get it. Ain't nothing stopping you. Stop making excuses. Stop procrastinating. At the end of the day, what Michael B. Jordan was saying is he's not putting it in anybody else's hands. He's not relying on anybody else. He's not letting his success go to waste. He's chasing it. He's going after his goals, his dreams. And if he can't find somebody to go with him, if you can't find a suitable partner, if you can't find somebody suitable who's willing to listen to you, who's willing to be there for you on those days where you just don't want to talk, or those days where you just really got so much going on and you just need that confidant, that person who can listen to you, who can be there for you, rub your back, rub your feet, who can really cater to you and really, make sure that you straight all the way. It's hard to find that person, man. It's really hard out here. And with some people and a lot of people, like on that pursuit to greatness, on that pursuit to that level, that upper echelon that you want to be at, you're going to lose a lot of people and you're going to go down a lonely ass road. But at the end of the day, you got to make sure it's worth it to you. You got to make sure that the climb is worth it to you. It got to be you looking yourself in that mirror and saying, I'm going to go get this. And hey, I'm going to accept the sacrifices that come with it and the consequences that come behind it. Because on this pursuit to success, on this pursuit towards that goal, towards that dream, towards what you really want, ain't nobody going to be able to get it. Ain't nobody going to be able to do it but you. It's all up to you. It's always been up to you. If they don't want to be in your life, leave them where they at. Because guess what? The ones who really meant to be in your life, the ones who really meant to be down, the ones who really meant to stick around, they're going to stick around regardless. And they're going to always be around regardless. Because that bond, that relationship that y'all have is stronger than anything that you can ever imagine, anything that you can ever go through. I believe that everybody can have that and everybody can find it. But are you willing to sacrifice for it? Are you willing to work for it? Are you willing to compromise some things for it? You don't have to compromise everything. Michael B. Jordan, you don't have to compromise everything. But it's okay to wait for the right one. That's what you're really saying. It's okay to be lonely until she comes. That's what you're really saying. It's okay to be on that pursuit towards those goals, towards those dreams by yourself until that person come along and they chase it with you. It's okay. It's okay. And at the end of the day, man, you just got to go chase what you want. Do what you want. Be you. And somebody going to come along who worth waiting for, worth sacrificing for, who worth being there with you on the journey. Come on, man. You got to be an asset, man. You got to prove to me that at the end of the day, you here, and I got to prove to you that I'm here. If that's how we're going about it. And if you can't do that, then hey, it is what it is. But hey, I'm on my soapbox right now. So I'm about to hop off it. But you know what I'm doing, man. I'm giving you these gems. So, hey, man, I just want to tell you, man, before we go ahead and get up out of here, because I don't want to hold y'all here too long. And like I said, man, I didn't have a long ass, a lot that I got to do. But I just want you to understand this, man. In this life, it ain't up to nobody else but you. You can make all the goddamn excuses in the world for why you can't do what you want to do, why this won't work for you, why that ain't going your way, why this or that. But guarantee, man, if you stack good days, if you get better 1% every single day, if you stop letting people stop you, if you stop letting words stop you, if you stop letting Netflix stop you, if you stop letting junk food stop you, if you stop letting that phone stop you, if you stop letting your mama, your daddy, the naysayers stop you, whoever ain't on your team, if you stop letting Johnny and little JoJo stop you and bother you and enter your headspace and enter your dreams and your goals that's not even for them because they're yours. They're your goals, your dreams. If you stop all that BS, you stop playing, you're going to be all right. You're going to get what you want. You're going to attain your success. But like I said, it ain't up to nobody but you. Hey, trust me, I'm taking my own advice. Best believe that. And that's why I'm here, man. Like I said, y'all keep on doing your thing, man. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody get in your way. I love you. I appreciate you. And that's up to my sister because she's blowing up the chat right now. And hey, that's one person. So if I got one person watching this, 2, 3, 4, 5, a million, 6 million, I don't give a damn. But I guarantee I'm helping somebody. So if I'm helping you, comment down below. God bless you. And hey, guess what? Deuces. It's been a pleasure. You on the RellyGemz podcast, man. Make sure you send these gems around. And hey, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, now it's really deuces. And guess what? It's a wrap.